Today I'm going to be answering a question from a follower. Actually, this question is so near and dear to my heart because this subject today is about people pleasing, and as a recovering people pleaser, this is perfect for me. So the question was about how to stop people pleasing, and you cannot just stop being a people pleaser. You first have to start by knowing where did this start, when did this start, so you understand this better. Most of us grew up with parents who encourage us to be the good girl or the good boy, and especially if you're from a minority culture like you're from the Middle East or from Asia, South Asia, this is actually a cultural norm, is to be a people pleaser and to be a nice person. But I think we just take it too far sometimes, that we put other people's needs before our needs. So I want you just to take time and reflect on where did this start. The second step is to know and acknowledge that this behavior comes with some payoff. Although it's annoying and it's really bothering you, but you continue to do this for such a long time because you are getting something out of it. Some of the payoffs for being a people pleaser is that you appease other people and you avoid conflict. You're playing it safe all the time, and it's easier in the short run. So in the long run, it's much harder, but in the short run, it's much easier to be a people pleaser. So now I want you to really reflect on the negative parts of being a people pleaser. Some of the negative parts and kind of the package that comes with being a people pleaser is depression, anxiety, a sense of being a victim all the time, a sense of being less or inferior. You have a lot of resentment, you have a lot of anger, and you're always blaming others. What I see with people pleasers is you're not dealing with the issue directly with the person who's bothering you, but you're going to other people and complaining about the behavior and blaming people for you not feeling good about yourself. Now we reach the most exciting point, which is how do we cope with this issue? How do we stop being people pleasers? And I have to first start by saying that it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of practice. The first thing is to practice saying no. Have a goal of saying no at least twice a week, let's say for the first week, and just write that down. Write it down when you do it. Write down how it felt. Chances are you're gonna feel guilty and it's gonna feel really awful when you say no, but it takes practice. Eventually it gets better and it gets easier and it's gonna feel so good. Practice setting boundaries. We're gonna have another video that goes into details about boundary setting. What does that mean? Because most of us didn't grow up even knowing what boundaries mean or practicing them. Practice healthy boundaries, and boundaries are supposed to be communicated with love, with care, and take the guilt out of it. When you say no and you practice setting boundaries, you're gonna feel guilty, but eventually this feeling is gonna go away. I want you to acknowledge that. Third step I want you to focus on is to have a new value system. If you're a people pleaser, you probably think, oh, I'm so good because everyone loves me. So that's not a very good value system to have. Just have a new value system that comes from within, that doesn't have to do anything with the people outside of you. This is a huge subject and I'm going to be posting more about it, so stay tuned. Share your comments, your thoughts about this. I love to read the comments. I love to interact. I love to answer everyone.